Well, I think we're trying to figure that out, aren't we? I think the money it's in the consumer's hands, and the developers hope that the consumers will spend money with them. The consumers are in control, and but there's also there's ad-supported apps. There's subscription-based apps. So I think the money's out there. I think it's just, the issue is, developers getting their apps out in front of people, and can they get discovered? And they're competing. They have a lot of competition. 200, 300, 400,000 apps. It's very difficult to break through the clutter, as we say. Well, yes. I mean, we're starting to see different, what we call sort of app networks, almost sort of affiliate types of networks where apps are promoted within apps, and they sort of form a little community and they promote each other's apps, sort of like affiliate marketing. And like the original online advertising world 10, 15 years ago, affiliates are starting to come up. Certainly, trying to figure out how to influence the people in the app stores to see if you can get featured. And I think there's a lot of question about how does an app get featured in the Android store or in the Apple store. It's still sort of a bit of a mystery. I think search, I think we're going to start to see some products and things that just in general in regards to search to helping people find apps. But I think app developers will try anything to get discovered. Well, I think the key drivers for that are, understanding how to market your app, right? I mean, it's going to, whether it's going to a PR agency that can help spread the word about your app, whether you can go to one of these app networks. I mean, you really have to get out there and get be very, very aggressive and be very, very proactive. I think the driver for it's making money, right? That's the key driver, is that these apps see, like some of our pioneers tonight who we're going to recognize, and Ilya Lars from GetJar, and Dr. G. Wang from Smule, and Igor from Doodle Jump, and they want to be like them, and they want to have an app that gets discovered. Well, I think certainly Apple has the market share, right? And they have the most apps, and it's a very streamlined system. One click and I can pay for it. So the payment solution is very easy. The apps are wonderful apps, and the hardware is wonderful. They really have the formula worked out. So I think they're going to continue to do well. Well, I think I would actually see what happens ultimately with Android. I think we all know what's going to happen with Apple. Apple's going to continue to do well. They're going to continue to add more apps. I think, Apple's going to continue to, gain market share internationally. We've only just seen the iPhone and these types of things get into Europe and Asia in the last year, really. So we're going to see a lot of growth in Europe and Asia in regards to Apple's products. So I think internationally it's interesting to see what will happen with Apple. But I think here in the US and other markets, everyone's, is Android going to be a really strong long-term competitor to Apple from an app standpoint? And, I think they have a very good chance, but we don't know yet. It's going to get harder for developers to make it big and to make a lot of money. And we've been talking about the gold rush metaphor. And the gold rush is everyone comes in and they want to, they make a lot of money. But if you look at the gold rush here in California, the people that made a lot of money were the people that sold picks and Levi's jeans and pans, and, they had the saloon in town. So, those people, the industry that comes around, people that are developing tools like Appcelerator and those kind of companies, developing tools for developers to go apps cross-platform, helping developers with different things. The GetJars of the world, be in a store, those types of things. So it may be the companies that make the most money are the ones that are sort of in the industry, and in the ecosystem.
Like service companies.
Like service companies, sure. I don't know. I love baseball, so I love Major League Baseball, their app. I can watch all sorts of games all the time on my iPad, on an iPhone. So for me, I'd say Major League Baseball.